Hi, I'm Danny from Danny's Do-It-Yourself Garage. Today I'm going to show you how to build the SWERKy design platform bed for your Honda Element. Check out my other videos on how the platform bed works, but this video is strictly going to be the build on this. I had a lot of people from YouTube ask me how to build this, so I decided to make a video. Unfortunately, I did not film the video when I was building it. But I do have security camera footage in my garage, and that captured most of it. So let's get started on this video. I went to Home Depot and purchased a piece of 4x8 birch plywood, 3/4 inch thick. This is going to work out perfectly because this is the exact size I need to complete this SWERKy design platform bed. On the 8-foot piece of the plywood, I measured up 52 inches and then had Home Depot make the first cut. This is going to be the width of the element. I had to make a couple more cuts once I got home. I measured 4 inches down and 2 inches across in the front and cut that portion out. This cut is critical because the armrest on the back door will hit the plywood. Now, in the back of the vehicle where the tailgate is, it curves. So I measured 5 inches down and 7 inches across and made a cut. I also used some sandpaper and rounded the edges. This helped it fit much better. With the 4-foot piece Home Depot previously cut off, I had them measure and cut 19 inches. This is going to be the front to my bed platform. It's going to fold back when it's not in use, and it's going to fold up when it's in use. Now, secure the 19-inch piece of plywood to the 4-foot piece of plywood by adding 4 hinges. This should rotate freely. With your seats out, remove the seat bracket cover to expose the bracket and the bolts. There's 3 bolts you're going to need to remove. Go ahead and remove those now. Home Depot sells brackets. You're going to need this bracket and make a couple of modifications to it. Remove the seat bracket. On the Home Depot bracket, I had to drill 2 holes. This small hole, and on this side, this larger hole, large enough to fit the bolt. Now install the metal bracket on the stud, then install the seat bracket. Install all 3 bolts hand tight, and then tighten the 2 lower bolts. You'll remove the upper bolt. We're going to put a bracket on here. I got this bracket at Home Depot, and I drilled a hole in the bracket to fit the bolt. I attached the bolt in the bracket and tightened it. Next, you'll use a 2x3 and cut it 33 inches long. This L bracket, that can be put on later, but you're going to have to put a notch in the 2x3 at about 10.5 inches. This is going to fit right at the bracket. So now go ahead and lay that in the bracket. But look at the notch. That notch has to fit right in that bracket. That way it keeps everything level. So once you get it in the bracket, you'll be able to install a screw. So all you need is 1 screw at this point. Just screw it in, and then also with the other bracket, level it out and screw that in. So at this point, we have a nice level bracket here. This is going to be our platform to put the plywood on. Do that to the other side now. Next, I'm going to cover the plywood with indoor-outdoor carpet. I bought this at Home Depot for about $20. Go ahead and lay that out and make your cuts, and then go ahead and cover it. You'll need a staple gun. Now, don't worry about the backside. The most important thing is to get all the wrinkles out on the top. Just make it look very clean and professional. Next up, we have the legs. I glued a magnet on this side and one on the other side. There's 2 hinges that hold those together. That just keeps the legs from falling down when you're trying to put it down. I'm not going to give you measurements on these because every element's going to be a little bit different because I have carpet. And you can pretty much figure it out by the layout. But you'll want to put it in first and then measure the height to keep it level. Next thing I want to show you is the hinges. I actually covered the hinges with extra material I had. That actually just gives it a nice clean look to it. As you can see, everything goes up and down perfectly. Now we're going to install it. I like to put a blanket over my seats and just kind of roll it in on top of the seats. I'll get it level with the platform, and once it's on there, I'll just push it in. I'll go ahead and just push it in nice and tight to the back. Make sure everything's secure, everything works. Shut the tailgate, and then I'll just make sure everything's level. I'll put my hand, I have about a finger's length on each side. When I'm happy with it here, I'll go ahead and go underneath, and remember that L bracket. If you haven't installed it, install it now, and just go ahead and put 1 screw in there. That's all it needs, and then go to the other side. So it's about 14 3/4 on the height, so you can easily put a cooler on there. Go ahead and flip it back, pull the leg out, and you can see where it actually rides, and it's nice and sturdy. You could sit on it, stand on it, whatever. And go ahead and collapse that leg again and flip it back. And then this is where you'd put your storage underneath, or you could put your bedding on top. It's nice and sturdy. Everything fits very well. I'd like to know what you guys think about this bed design. Go ahead and leave some comments in the description. And don't forget to subscribe to my page. Thanks a lot for watching.